Well, welcome back. The game is over between the Bengals and the Ravens. Ardo Cal, Ryan Smith with you. What a day of football.
Oh, yeah.
So thankful for it. Lots of teams got stuffed.
Stomach is full. Eyes are happy to be watching a lot of football. We got a lot to get to.
Yes, let's get to this game, though. Bengals, Ravens, Joe Burrow back. First game since his toe injury week 2, early first quarter, scoreless, 3rd and 7. Hits Jamar Chase, but it falls incomplete. Settle for a field goal with the Bengals, 3-0. But watch, Burrow changing his shoes while he's on the sideline. Remember, he had that toe injury. Ravens down 3-0. Derrick Henry gets it. You gonna stop him? Rumbling. Touchdown. 28-yard touchdown. 8th season with 10 rushing touchdowns. Only LaDainian Tomlinson has more all-time. Ravens up 7-3. Second quarter. Ravens up 7-6. 2nd and 9. Lamar finds Isaiah Likely. He's likely to get a touchdown. And then Isaiah Likely loses the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. It's ruled a touchback. Look at that. At first it looked like he scored before it fell out, but no. Jordan Battle knocking it away. A fumble and a touchback. Big mistake for the Ravens. Off the turnover. Bengals, 1st and 10. Burrow. Deep to Jamar Chase. Back from suspension. And looking like his old self. 43 yards right there. Huge play. They'd be forced to settle for another field goal. 9-7 Bengals. 36 seconds left in the first half. Lamar losing the football. Look, he said he had forward motion, but you watch. Slip right out of his hands.
Oh.
Fumble call stands. Second fumble of the first half. John Harbaugh not pleased. Bengals would add another field goal. 12-7 at halftime. Third quarter. Joe Burrow. 3rd and 9. Joe Burrow looking. Joe Burrow. Tanner Hudson. Touchdown. Burrow looking like his old self out there. And Hudson looking great with that catch. 19-7 Bengals. About a minute left in the third. Minute and a half left in the third. 19-14. Look at Burrow. To Andre Yoshivash. A touchdown for him. Bengals up 26-14. Early fourth. Ravens. Same score. Lamar intercepted. Demetrius Knight Jr. takes it back 39 yards. Miles Murphy getting his hand on the ball. If you look at the replay, right there, and Lamar just kind of looking at this and saying, what did you do? Bengals had another field goal. They sure like field goals. It's 29-14. Lamar here completes it to Zay Flowers. Ball knocked out. DJ Turner II recovers. That kind of night for the Ravens. 5 turnovers. Bengals win this one 32-14.
Damian Woody joining us now here on SportsCenter. So, Damian, Joe Burrow returns and leads the Bengals to a win. What did you see from number 9 in his first game since week 2?
Yeah, I saw a guy that was moving around pretty well. That was the one thing I was looking out for, considering his lower leg injury that held him out of 9 games. I thought he maneuvered in and outside the pocket. He was accurate with the football. He was decisive. He pretty much looked like the old Joe Burrow, which is kind of scary if we're thinking about the Cincinnati Bengals coming down the stretch.
Yeah, 261 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not a bad game for Joe Burrow. And he looked good doing it, hooking up with Jamar Chase right there. And you know what? The Ravens, let's talk about them. They snapped their 5-game winning streak. Some key mistakes offensively. Damian, how concerned are you with this type of game for Lamar and these Ravens after they had that win streak this game?
Yeah, I mean, listen, 5 turnovers. You're not going to win any game, turn the ball over 5 times. But anyone who's been watching the Ravens as of late, there's some concerning signs, particularly on the offensive side. You don't see Lamar Jackson running as well as he used to in the past. It looks like he's injured out there, playing with the injury, and this offense just not able to run the ball as we've once seen with the Baltimore Ravens. So, they're 6-6. They fall into second place behind the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got to figure this thing out, or Baltimore could be in a position where they're on the outside looking in come the end of the season.
And they can't have 5 turnovers. Okay, more from Damian in a bit.
All right, let's talk about implications here. The Bengals win and snap a 4-game losing streak, their first win since October 16th against the Steelers. Cincinnati had lost 8 of their last 9 entering Thursday's game. against the Ravens. And unsurprisingly, all of those losses came without Joe Burrow. The Bengals are now a perfect 3-0 with Burrow starting under center this season, and just 1-8 with anybody else without the last name Burrow. It won't be easy, but the Bengals still have a slim chance. So you're saying there's a chance? I suppose so. They have their work cut out for them as they head to Buffalo next week, followed by a rematch against the Ravens. All right, Damien, let's play the "so you're saying there's a chance" Jim Carrey thing here. The Bengals are still alive in the AFC North. What are their realistic chances to save this season and make the playoffs now that Burrow is back?
Yeah, listen, tonight was a great night, but it's ever so slim. I mean, their margin for error is next to nothing. And here's the thing. Tonight, this defense got 5 turnovers. But look at the body of work this whole season when we talk about the Cincinnati Bengals defense. They're the worst defense in the National Football League. So we can't realistically count on the Cincinnati Bengals defense creating that many turnovers moving forward. They'll be able to score points, no doubt about it, with Joe Burrow and getting T. Higgins back and Jamar Chase and company. But this defense is still a real big issue for the Cincinnati Bengals.
So it's interesting. When you talk about that, the defense being an issue, maybe they don't have such a great chance to make the playoffs. But what kind of lift does it give a team for Joe Burrow to come back anyway and continue to perform and continue to play, even though it really looks like their playoff chances are slim?
No, it just speaks to the character of Joe Burrow. Think about it. You know, you missed 9 games. Your team is sitting in, what is it, like 4-8 or whatever the record is. The season is basically almost over. You're hanging on by a pulse, for the Cincinnati Bengals. But your guys still out there playing. There's some guys who could have easily would have folded up and said, you know what? This season is lost. I'm not playing. But Joe Burrow just showing like, look, man, I love playing this game. We're, getting paid to play a kid's game. And I'm sure his teammates respect him for doing that.
Damien, always appreciate you being here on SportsCenter. Go Islanders.
Yeah.
This was the division champs last year. So you know who they have on the team. You know what they bring. It's a team that fights to the end. It's a battle. Like, we're all banged up. That was a 12-round boxing match. Ali, that's what it feels like.
You just got to execute in those big moments. That's really it. I wish, there was some magic potion to take to be better on 4th down, but there's not. I mean, dude, I had JMO open. He's screaming across. I got to hit him. That's the bottom line. There's no other way to fix it. Yeah, I hit him there. Then we're 1 for 2 on 4th down and probably get more points there.
Damien's still here with us. The Packers won a close one in Detroit with clutch throws from Jordan Love down the stretch. What did you see in how he led Green Bay to the win?
Yeah, listen, I thought he was spectacular. He was a playmaker not only within the pocket, but outside the pocket. And when you look at how he was distributing the ball, I thought his receivers did an outstanding job of catching the football. That's really been a problem for the Green Bay Packers, their receiving core with the drops. But I thought whether it was Christian Watson or Romeo Doubs, those guys were absolutely on point today, catching the football, making critical plays in critical situations. And to me, that was the difference in the game, is those guys really came through with clutch plays all throughout the game.
Yeah, making Jordan Love look good. His 95 QBR was the best in the game all season, coming up big at the most important time. All right, let's look ahead to Friday. It's a battle of the top 2 teams in the NFC. You got the Eagles hosting the Bears. Both of them are 8-3. What do the Bears need to do Friday to prove that they're for real and win?
Yeah, listen, this Bears defense has been feasting on turnovers. They lead the league in taking the ball away. Well, guess what? They're going up against a Philadelphia Eagles team that doesn't really turn the ball over. And so I think people want to see, when it comes to the Bears, is if fools go, can they actually play the Philadelphia Eagles straight up? I think the way the Philadelphia Eagles take care of the ball, if the Chicago Bears goes out there and play their style of ball with Caleb Williams playing the way that he's playing right now, the way they're able to run the football on offense, if they're able to get this win,